Hey guys, Mitchell here, Mitchell, Minnesota. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my week 12 post-op video. So if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. Hey guys, so I hope you're having a great week so far. I got off work just a little bit early, so I figured I'd come home and get my video done for the week. I had lap band revision from lap band to gastric bypass Roux-en-Y or RNY on August 7th, 2018 at St. Joseph's in St. Paul, Minnesota, where I live, with Dr. Jeffrey Fozen. My highest recorded weight for this surgery was 273 pounds. My pre-op or surgery day weight was 260 pounds. Last week I came to at 228 pounds, and today I am at 226 pounds. And that was yesterday morning that I weighed. And then I drank a whole bunch of water, so today I just weighed myself actually this morning again, and it was right at 220, 227, but I have so much liquid in my system right now, so I'm gonna count 226. So that's a loss of about 2 pounds for the week. These stalls are killer, but I'm glad that we're moving, and I'm not frustrated. I did, however, really cut down on sugar on things like in other items that we eat. I think I'd gotten a little off track on that. Not even a little off track, just like I'd have a couple bites of something, and I'd have, you know, some sugar, like more sugar that I think I should be having. And I just cut it out, like literally just about no sugar. And I feel great, and we're starting to move the scale down again. I followed up with some other lap band people, and it is a slower process for us. And somebody even commented on my Facebook or on my YouTube video about last week about how maybe our esophaguses are just dilated differently since we've already had a surgery. So maybe that's part of the reason it's a little bit slower. You know, I did also up my food intake. That was the other thing. I was like, it's not just the sugar. I do believe that it is. I was eating more. I was only eating between 500 and 700 calories a day, and I've moved it up to, I think, around 900. And that got it moving instantly. So I think that that's part of it too. You know, I am going all over the place, walking all over the place, being in lots of places throughout the city here. So I am active, and it's helped to eat. I actually did email my nutritionist, because we're at week 12 now. November 7th is my 3 months, so I don't know how I'm at week 12, but I'm not at 3 months yet. Whatever. And I said, hey, you know, I need more food. I need to eat more food than a quarter cup. Sorry about it. I need to eat more food. And she said, and I was like, well, what, is it okay that I have a little bit more until I feel that satisfied feeling? And she said, she got back to me within like 20 minutes, and she was like, oh, totally, you're doing so well. And I told her how much I lost, and she goes, that's absolutely amazing, you're doing great. Yes, absolutely, it's okay to increase food a little bit. Because it's not just going to fill a quarter cup, because it's not a liquid, and liquids aren't going to satisfy you for a meal really anymore. So it is okay to increase it a little bit more, since we're getting closer to that half cup. And even, she said, even if you need to eat a little bit more, that's okay. So eat some more until you start, you know, as long as I'm eating slow, protein-dense protein, then, was it starches, vegetables, and then starches, I think, or carbs. So kind of in that way, as long as you're doing that, you're perfectly fine, no issues whatsoever. I think eating a little bit more has actually helped me lose weight, which that's a mind blow. Period, end of story. That is, yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think I'm just, I don't know, 3 times a day is not, it's not for me. I think, and I know what my office is worried about. They're worried about, like, okay, snacking and stuff, and how that leads to, like, overeating and snacking. I don't see myself there yet. Like, today I had a protein shake, I had a protein bar for lunch, and now I'm like halfway, 3/4 of a way through a small Wendy's chili, and it's 3 o'clock here. So that I switched my protein supplement to the morning, and then I'm spacing out my food for the rest of the day. So I don't think I'm overeating by any means, and I'll have a couple nuts or here and there to try to, or something else small, some meat or some sugar-free pudding or things like that to make it more accessible to me. So I'm trying to pull it together, and because I know what I was told, but then I swear every other plan, I think VSG Joe had said, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought he said he's allowed 3 meals a day like me, but one of them has to be a protein supplement, like a protein shake. So that's really 2 meals a day. So for me, that would not cut it. I need to be able to eat more than that. And I'm not going out and eating a bunch. We went to this place called Turtle Bread last weekend. I took my husband there because it's a place that my work friends and I will go. And I got an omelet because it was 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. It was perfect. It was rainy out. It was so great. And they gave me this giant omelet, and I ate, well, maybe not giant, maybe like that big. And I ate about half of it. So I ate about that much. And I was satisfied. Like, and that's what I'm looking for. Before that, I would have horked down the whole thing, the side salad that came with it, the toast that came with it, and this is even with the lap band. I would try to continue to eat. So I thought, when I asked myself, oh, is your surgery working? Yeah, it's working. I just have to eat the right things and continue to do it right to get there. It's really hard in my office. They have cookies and candy, and I was at another training yesterday, and they just Snickers bars and Reese's Pieces and Reese's and all of these things that I do love, but I haven't had since surgery. We're just sitting there, and I'm looking at it, and I was lucky because, like, I only had a protein shake for lunch and breakfast yesterday. It was a long day, so I didn't really have time to eat. So my friend that was sitting next to me, she brought out these little protein balls made with sunflower oil or something like that. So for 3, it was 11 grams of sugar, which is right on target. It's less than a carb, less, it was really good, less than 4 grams of fat or something like that. So it was good, and I only had 2. And that kind of tided me over to the end of the day. I did not have any of the Hershey's foods or chocolates or anything like that. I wanted to, but I want to do a lot of things, and I really think it's my head hunger. Not that I was hungry necessarily, but it's like we're so conditioned to be eating, oh, put it on the table, let's eat it, let's enjoy it. And I'm like, and I watch, and like, yeah, I had what I had, and then, these women that I'm with, these people that I'm with, oh, excuse me, are eating quite a lot. Like, there was no candy left, and that's not a dig on them. That's how I would do it before the surgery. I could probably do it now, but I'd be sorry for it because I would dump. So it's kind of like, don't do it. You've got the sugar out of your body. I've got the sugar out of my body for the most part. It feels really good. I don't feel, as enthralled by wanting sugar like I was before. And that head hunger for sugar is serious. It is a serious, like, it sits on your brain. The one thing I haven't craved at all, knock on wood that stays, is pop. Like, I haven't wanted pop or anything like that since surgery. I love it. It tastes great, but I haven't felt the need to have any of it. I haven't been tempted by it. It doesn't bug me the way that food does. And I thought it would, but it doesn't. It's just an interesting experience, I take the fact that I lost 2 pounds or maybe 1.5 pounds, I don't know, because our bodies are so different, that it's like, okay, I will take that as a total win. Of course it's a win. We're going through doing some good things. We started to introduce a couple carbs back into the diet, and that's helped with some energy and things. I mean, it's trial and maybe not necessarily error, but it's trial. Try things and see what happens. You know, we go to, on Thursdays our date night, we go to Applebee's and I'll try. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. I'm tired. Had a lot of visits today. We try different things. Like the appetizer menu is fantastic. And I originally looked at this like, oh, I feel like I can eat a fair amount before I feel full, but I really can't, not compared to what I used to eat. Because you'd get an appetizer, then you'd get your meal while drinking your pop, and then maybe a dessert for later, or if you're full, you'd like wait or still get one. Like, no, I had what I had my little crispy wonton tacos, and out of the 4, I had 3, 2.5 really, and I was good to go. And I only had 2.5 because I'm like, I didn't want to waste it, because we were going to a movie after, and my husband doesn't like it when I take food home and it sits in the car. He has this weird, I mean, it's Minnesota, it's cold, it's gonna keep the food fine, but whatever. So that's kind of what we do. And I save my popcorn for the movies. I'll just get a small popcorn. And at first I was like, no butter. My surgeon was like, no, have butter with it, that's fine. You know, just, that's where you have it, is when you go to the movies. And don't get an extra large one, get a small one. I get a small one every time. I don't finish it. I think because I don't want to. It's a big satisfaction to me to not finish something. And the popcorn is right up there with it. And it sucks because popcorn makes you really thirsty, but it's good. In fact, I did have a handful of popcorn today. I lied. I did have a handful of popcorn today. And I didn't need to have the whole bag. I could sit back and throw down a whole thing of Smart Pop, because Smart Pop is my jam. But I don't keep it in the house. And we're going good. I feel good. My jeans are starting to feel better. Because remember, I had lost 120 pounds, so I was down to 170, and then got up to 270. So I mean, within a year and a half. So it was rough and tumble. So now the jeans that I was wearing at that time, I wear, because I have big hips and a big butt, like I wear kind of the stretchy jeans, and they're starting to fit like they were meant to when I purchased them, at a size 36, size 38. I've got my 34s that I'm just aching to get back into. That's as small as I ever got, was the 34. But again, I'm 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1"-ish. It always changed between 6 foot, 6'1". And I cannot wait to get back to 170 again. I am starting to see it in my face a little bit more. Getting thinner, and in the mirror, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, okay, that's where it's going, and it's a good feeling. I feel good about that. Inspiration from Little Kansas Kitty, I signed myself and my husband up for a marathon. So I'm very excited. It is, as it's on the picture, it is called the Turkey Trot in St. Paul. And it is the local, they do 3, in the Twin Cities, they do 3 races for the holidays. They do one in they do Halloween, the Halloween Howl in Minneapolis, the Turkey Trot in St. Paul where I live, and then the Reindeer Run in December in Minneapolis. And I work in Minneapolis, so I know the area. It's really, really cute. So I signed us up for the Turkey Trot, because what better way to put your middle finger up to overeating and a food addiction than to go on a marathon race on Thanksgiving. Bear in mind, I'm doing a 6K and it's walk/run, so it is not timed. I do not intend to run it all. I think I could do maybe half, which is, I think that's still great, and I still get my shirt and my participation medal, and I'm very excited about it because I think it's more symbolic than anything than actually physically doing it. It's that symbolic feeling of, yeah, instead of waking up and just gorging myself from morning to night on food, I'm gonna get up and I'm going to enjoy the morning with my husband, and we're gonna go, and I'm not I say this with love, but I never understood runners. I never understood how they could be so happy and be so sweaty and running. Like, don't you want to be napping like I do? And I never got it. And I'm still that way, but I'm so jealous for their enthusiasm for the movement that running creates. I'm not that way. And my husband was in the military, and he's like, well, it just is what it is. And I'm like, yeah, but not for me. That's not my cup of tea or anything like that. So yeah, we'll be doing that on Thanksgiving, and then we actually, because I've always cooked, we're going to my favorite Norwegian restaurant, and this Twin Cities was founded by Scandinavians, and my family's Norwegian, so I introduced my husband to Norwegian cuisine, which is not the most popular cuisine, obviously, but they've got some really good restaurants here. So we're gonna go to that for our Thanksgiving brunch, and I like that place because it's Norwegian food, and that's what I grew up on, but also because the serving sizes are relatively small. It's a little bit pricier, but the serving sizes are small, and I like that. It's good quality food at it is in a small portion, so I can feel comfortable about that. And then I'll cook some stuff for dinner. I'm not going to not cook Thanksgiving dinner because of my surgery. I think that would be silly. I had even asked my surgeon about that. I said, what do you think about Thanksgiving? He says, enjoy Thanksgiving. Like, it's okay. I'm not going to be a glutton. I'm not going to starve myself, and I'm not going to gorge myself, and find a happy medium. Try a little bit of everything that I have. So everything's going good there. I can't think of really anything else. It's just, we're keeping on. On the 7th, I can finally be done with these horrible flavored multivitamins and calcium citrate. I'm pretty sure I can get calcium. Although I did see Little Kansas Kitty's video. She got the calcium citrate for Bariatric Advantage. I did not get those. I did get those. I got the strawberry ones, but I like that they were like peanut butter ones and stuff. Those I would try. And they're not bad. They are still kind of Starburst-y, but I wish there was like a multi-pack, which I think they may have online that I may order, or I'll just find a pill. I love my Flintstones vitamins, but I'm so over it. I just want to get up, take my pills, not have any flavor, be done with it. At that 3-month, I can start taking the pills again, which is so funny to me because I can take Tylenol, a full-size Tylenol now, but I'm not allowed to take a multivitamin that's the same size or smaller. I don't make the rules. I just follow them to the best of my abilities. I cannot wait to get to Wonderland. I really start thinking about it when I'll hit like 220, 219. But just being more or less in the 220s right now is very good. The 230s stuck around longer than I'd like them to, but that's all part of the journey. And I keep lamenting over it because it's frustrating, but it's working in my favor. And we're at a really hard time of the year. I think all of us, Numi and Little Kansas Kitty and Jessica Cakes and BSG Joe and Danielle are your day's coming. You'll be right in the thicket of this holiday season after your surgery, even more so than we are, because you'll be still probably on liquids for a while, or soft solids. So it's very much, I have to keep my wits about me. Look for sugar-free options, which, you know what, sugar-free I used to think was so silly, but it's saved my butt. This pudding, I love Jell-O pudding, and I don't even have to have a whole bunch. It just kind of gets it up there. And tea, of course, now I'm obsessed with tea. I have 4 flavors of tea coming from the Republic of Tea because it was such a good deal, and you got a free pumpkin spice one, which I don't drink, but I'll give it. My husband likes them, so he can drink those. So yeah, everything else is going really good. I didn't write any really notes for this episode. I wanted to come in and just kind of chit-chat where I was at. Not craving coffee. I had about a half cup of decaf earlier this week, or last Saturday. It was fine, nothing fancy. Halloween's tomorrow. We're going to watch some scary movies. And then November 1st it's in my world is officially okay to start listening to Christmas music, so I will. I'm very much ready to be moving on and doing something else. And that 3 months, November 7th, that 3 calendar months, is coming up soon, and I really can't wait for that because I'm very excited to see kind of where I'm at that point. I'm supposed to have my 3-month appointment. I was supposed to have it next month around that date, but my nutritionist will be out, so I actually have my 3-month appointment December 3rd, which is almost 4 months out. But I don't, I keep in contact with her there, and I felt a lot better when she said in that message, yeah, eat a little bit more. It's okay. Again, it's about listening to my body, and it's just a very interesting and unique experience. But other than that, I think I've been rambling for a little bit too long. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I'm loving watching your videos. Everybody's kicking butt. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It is only Tuesday, but the weekend will be here soon enough. So if nobody told you today that they loved you, or that you were special, or that you had some characteristic of your person that was worth an incredible amount, was unreplaceable, remember that I love you. Remember that I know that you have those skills, that you have that treasure inside of you, and I always will. Have a great day, guys, and have a wonderful week.